dreaming, but it doesn't make sense at all. And the microphone on the wall, I'm upside down singing down the hall. So down, raindrops on the window. I'm dreaming, but it doesn't make sense at all. And the microphone on the wall, I'm upside down singing down the hall. So down, so down. I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming. So down, so down.
Hey y'all, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Getting a little bit of breakfast whipped up today. Just throwing some sausage and hash browns in the oven, and then I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna make a couple of pancake patties. I need to clean off my stove too. Couple of pancakes. Did I say pancake patties? Girl, where'd that come from? A couple of pancakes and maybe an egg. Or actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna boil some eggs. Olivia, she'll eat boiled eggs. She's not gonna eat no scrambled eggs though. So I'll boil some eggs. Let me clean off my stove. But how are you guys doing? Hey, how are y'all? Today is Sunday, so of course I got my gospel music playing in the back. Girl, I ain't even finna lie to y'all. I couldn't wait until this morning, because all weekend I've been looking at clips and commentary and all types of stuff on this Astro World situation, and y'all, that whole situation is just really kind of eerie, to be honest with you. Before I even really knew what was going on, I came across a community post somebody had posted that Friday, I guess, when the concert happened. You know, I guess RIP to those that didn't survive or whatever. And I still didn't even really know what it was at that time. But then Saturday, I was scrolling through social media and I kept seeing like different clips and compilations of things that had happened at the concert. And then I realized who was at the concert. Now, I don't listen to Travis Scott. Like, I literally probably have like one song on my playlist with him and Drake. But other than that, I don't know his music. So I had no idea. But then, of course, when you're on social media, you go down the rabbit hole of when you're finding things, you go down the rabbit hole. So, of course, I trembled down the rabbit hole of Travis Scott and this concert, what looked to me a demonic concert. I mean, when I was pulling up the photos of like the stage and all that stuff, it just gave me a bad feeling just looking at it. And I wasn't even there. I don't even know. The only thing, now that when I was able to put two and two together and realize who they were talking about, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the dude. And he dealing with one of the Kardashians, or Jenners or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's making more sense. Okay. So anyway, if you know, y'all, okay? A lot of people feel a way about the Kardashians and their dealings with, when it comes to their male counterparts. So anyway, yeah, y'all. So it was just a whole lot of footage about that. I mean, I was listening to different religious speakers or spiritual speakers, and put it like that, because they didn't necessarily claim a religion, but they do have a relationship with God. So spiritual speakers giving their commentary on what this, that whole concert was all about, and it being a ritual and everything like that. And I mean, that was my first thought when I saw some of the photos. I was like, oh my gosh, like what the heck kind of concert was this? Like, what? Like, I've never in my life, I've never been to a concert, so I don't know what it's like. And I'm so glad my mom never let me actually go to one, because when you think about it, you go to these concerts and you're actually worshiping these people, or you're idolizing these people. You're as one of the ladies that I was listening to last night, you're tithing to these artists because you idolize them. You're giving them your money, you know, whereas they're just trying to use you to get to a certain purpose, and to reach a certain goal. And girl, I'm so glad my mom didn't never let me go to any concerts. And I'm glad I wasn't, one of those kids that loved an artist enough to want to go to a concert. Like, there's never been an artist, ever where I was like, oh man, I want to go to their concert. Yeah, I like the music, but to me it was never that deep, especially now when you can catch like a whole concert on, well, before, cameras and phones and social media was like a really big thing. You catch a concert on HBO. I think the last concert I actually watched the whole thing of was the Janet Jackson Velvet Rope Tour. It came on, was it HBO or Showtime? And yes, I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I was a Janet Jackson fan, but would I ever pay to go to a concert to see her? No. To me, it's not that deep, Already had the CD, that was enough. So, oh no. I just learned a whole lot spiritually just from this one concert. Different people's perspectives, a lot of confirmations. Sometimes we like to say, well, things are just a coincidence, but I learned that sometimes what we think are coincidences are actually confirmations. So yeah, that was pretty, boy, I had a interesting weekend mentally. Learned a lot, listened to a lot of different people's perspective on what happened, and a lot of spiritual leaders give their perspective and what they, according to the times and things that it says in the Bible and how it relates to what happened at that concert. I listened to a lot of stuff this weekend. Every free moment that I had, that's what I was listening to. Normally it would be like a reactors channel. I would try to find to see who's live, who's talking about, one of the moms from the mommy sector and all that stuff. Normally that's what I would be listening to, or something motivational. Because gossiping, that's not really motivational, but y'all get it. But this weekend I was just really, really on a path to just, not a path, but I felt like I was sent on a path to just, or not, no, I'm not even going to say it like that. I'm not even going to say it like that. I'm not going to say I was sent on a path. I wasn't sent on a path. I did fall down a rabbit hole of it though. And it just kind of engulfed my attention. And I was just listening and listening. I was like, man, this is just not right. Like, it looked wrong. It just, when you looked at it, it just looked wrong. Like, just something was really off. And and this is just me feeling like this. And I've never even met the dude. So don't listen to his music. Like I said, I literally got one song on my playlist. It's the Sycamore song with him and Drake. But unless I got another song that and I don't realize it's him, I don't know. But anyways, I try my best. Nowadays, I don't really listen to a lot of hip hop and rap. They don't talk about anything, like nothing positive. So I don't really listen to it. I have a playlist full of songs that I listened to back in the 90s, early 2000s. And I play those songs all the time, and like, they never get old to me. But the music now, I can't really get with it, because it's just, I just don't understand it. Half the time I can't even understand what they're saying with the whole auto-tune thing. That throws me off all. It's just it just gets on my nerves just listening to it. And then when I do finally get it, when I can, excuse me, y'all, finally make out the lyrics are horrible. Like, What is positive and inspirational about this? Absolutely nothing. So I don't listen to it. I try not to. I don't tell anybody else what to do. I try to keep Olivia from. I try. I mean, I could do. We can only do our best, right, as parents. But I try to not let her listen to that stuff, like especially in the house. If I know she's listening to it, then I'm like, no girl, change it to something else, put on something else, or turn that off. Like, no, we're not listening to that. Even with like her stuff she watches, I try to get her away from stuff that is that negatively influential, you know what I mean? I try to get her on channels like Living Ash, All of Destiny, Chloe Yasmin, let's see, somebody else. Let's see. The main two that I try to get her to watch is Chloe Yasmin and All of Destiny, because I feel like she could relate to them in a sense. She would find some inspiration through them. They talk about the Bible, and you could tell that they especially Chloe. Chloe is more closer to Olivia's age than All of Destiny, but you guys get the point. I try to direct her to more positive, something that's of a higher vibration and not a low vibration, something that's going to move her in a positive way, have her thinking in a positive way and not in a negative way, Ooh, girl. But anywho, on to the next. So that's what I got going on right now, y'all. Cleaning up the kitchen, getting some breakfast together, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I think I'm gonna go through Olivia's closet because she has some shirts that she can no longer fit, and so I think I'm gonna throw them in a lot, mixed lot, and go ahead. What are you doing? Oh, all right, yeah. So, got both of our hair washed. I have conditioner or the hair mask in my hair. Olivia's hair is drying in that wrap that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I went through Olivia's closet and kind of moved things around. So I've got all of her coats on one side with her shoe organizer. And I need to take care of that too. And I've got all her clothes on one side of the closet. So I went in there so I could grab her school uniforms, so I could go ahead and get those ironed up for the week. And I was also pulling out a couple of things that she probably couldn't fit, and then also went through her drawers, because in her dresser, the only thing that she has in there is supposed to be, or the only thing that she's supposed to have in there, what is this, like cotton or something? Let's go here. Well, anyway, the only thing that she's supposed to have in there is her underwears, her socks, and her pajamas, and like undershirts or like t-shirts, tank tops, things like that. But pants and shirts are to be hung up. Pants, shirts, and dresses. So I was going through her drawers because we just did laundry Saturday and making sure she had hung up everything that I told her to hang up. So in that process of checking that out, I did pull out a couple of shirts that I had bought her some years ago. They were like on a dollar clearance from Walmart. I think I shared it in the video. It's been about maybe 3-4 years ago, something like that. But I pulled those out, so those are going to be listed. There was one more that I found. Threw those in here, and then when I went back in there were more. So this one, so it's a sequin. So I'm gonna list these in a lot because all 3 of these are size medium, so those will go well. And then this sweatshirt I'm gonna throw in there with it. It's an extra large, or actually I have some other shirts that I can create a lot with that. The only reason why I want to do like a lot with these is because of the types of shirts they are. So these are sweatshirts, but they have the sequins on it. Now the Wonder Woman shirt doesn't, but you know, it's all good. So I want to do those. Those are long sleeves. She can no longer fit them. And this sweatshirt, and I have a few other shirts that I can throw with that and just make it into a lot. So I'm going to try and get the photos for those while there's still sunlight on this side of the building, and hopefully get those listed, which should only be 2 listings, so it shouldn't really take me that long, right? Hopefully. All right, y'all, so it is like 6 something and dinner is ready. So let me show you guys what is for dinner. Actually, I still have to make cornbread, but it's okay. I had a meeting at 5 o'clock too and I forgot, so I'll catch the next one. But we got some barbecue baked chicken. I forgot because I'm doing Olivia's hair right now and it just slipped my mind. Anyways, sweet potatoes for me and the hun. Got some mac and cheese, some greens, and I'm gonna make some cornbread in a little while. But this is what we're doing to Olivia's hair. We've got these Caribbean box braids, Poetic Justice style, and we're crocheting them in. They're 3-strand. So this is how far along we are. Come have a seat. And this is 18 inches, so this is what the braids look like. But on her, we got the color, sit down, 1B30 box braid pure. So this is what they look like so far, and hopefully we have enough hair. This is 1 pack of hair with like 1 strand, because I think I had like 1 strand left, right, before you open the other pack, right? I had 3 left. Okay, well, with 3 strands left. So we were trying to decide if we were going to do this today. I was a little nervous about it, and Olivia was a little nervous because we didn't want to run out of hair. So what I'm doing is, just in case, I'm going to fill the back end last, and I'm going to work my way around this bottom part. That way, if we have to pull it up, it won't be a problem. And then go ahead and do the front part. I caught myself trying to do like a square pattern. You can kind of see it right here, but you can't see it that well on the sides, but it's all good. This is my first time doing this, so I think it's coming out pretty well for it to be my first time.
Oh, hello, Papa.
What? Oh, hey. I like to rap, but I sing a lot. I let the 808s bang and my drums knock. Try to tell me that I can't, then I know I can. Reach into my bag, hit him with the slow jam. I'm on the mic for the homies, I'ma keep it low-key. Back since 96, it was an OG. Made it with the money, people acting like they know me. People acting like they know me. Back since 96, back since 96, it was an OG. Back since 96, it was an OG. Was an OG. OG.